Quick note before we start. This is about a real knife attack and the death of a young man. We've tried to handle it with care, not clicks. Right now, this video is everywhere. A teenager on the pavement telling the police he can't breathe. His name was Henry Nowak. He was 18. He'd been stabbed, and for a few terrible minutes, nobody believed him. The internet did what it always does. Picked a villain, split into teams, went to war. We're going to do something different. Because under all the shouting, there's a machine. The same grim story, repeating in city after city, and it runs on cold, simple logic. So today, no sides, just the board. Why this keeps happening, how a whole city gets pulled in, and the one thing that actually made it stop somewhere else. First, the scale. This isn't a freak event. London alone sees around 40 knife offenses every single day. Almost a third of the entire country's knife crime happens there, with about a seventh of its people. In one recent month, more than 1,000 people were knifed, hundreds of them children. Now here's the twist nobody posts about. It's actually been falling, down about 11% in a year. So let's meet the real player, not a monster, not a headline, a scared 15-year-old walking home in the dark. He's got one choice tonight, the knife in the bag or not, yes or no. Before I tell you what feels smart, you decide. You're him. 3 kids from your school got jumped this month. Knife, yes or no? Lock it in. Here's the cruel math. If nobody carries, everyone's safest. Empty hands, everybody goes home. But you can't see inside the other guy's bag. And if he's carrying and you're not, that's the worst night of your life. So carrying feels safer no matter what he does. We've met this trap before. It's a dominant strategy. The problem? He's doing the exact same math about you. So you both carry, and so does everyone else. One kid's fear multiplied by a whole city. Now the streets are full of blades, and a shove, an argument, one bad night turns deadly. Everyone armed up to feel safer, and made everyone less safe. That's an arms race. Same logic as nuclear missiles, just in a school bag. And it feeds itself. One stabbing spreads fear. Fear puts out more knives. More knives means more stabbings. Until carrying isn't scary anymore. It's normal. And the kid who refuses is the strange one. And nobody can quit alone. Put your knife down first, and you're just the one unarmed kid on the street. That's the lock on the trap. Now back to that video, because there were other games being played that day too. When the police arrived, the attacker told them a story, that he was the real victim, that this had been a racist attack on him. 2 stories, a few seconds to choose, and the officers acted on the wrong one. By the time they understood, Henry was gone. Put yourself in their boots for a second. 2 men, 2 stories, and maybe 10 seconds to choose. One of them is lying straight to your face. Be honest, could you call it right? Because guess wrong either way, and someone dies. That's not an excuse for what happened. It's the trap. Now, half the internet says the police were racist. The other half says they were played. I'm not here to hand you a verdict. The cold game theory point is this. When a liar can pose as the victim, whoever controls the story controls the response. Information is a weapon too. And there's a third game. The one you and I are in right now. That clip went viral because outrage spreads. Every furious share feels righteous, and the algorithm rewards it. So the angriest take wins, which is how crime can fall and still feel like it's exploding. And there's one last game, the biggest one of all. Within hours, this stopped being about a knife and became about immigration. Let me say the quiet part out loud. A lot of people are genuinely fed up. They feel the country changed fast, nobody asked them, and that the rules seem to bend depending on who you are. That feeling is real, and it's widely held. And just as many people look at the very same video and see proof of the racism they've always warned about. Same dead teenager, 2 completely opposite stories, because a tragedy is a blank screen and everyone projects what they already believed onto it. Here's the cold logic. Whoever makes this death mean their point wins. Followers, votes, donations, attention. So everyone races to plant their flag in it first. And in that stampede, the one person who actually matters disappears. The scared kid with the knife, the one we could still help, stops being a problem to solve. He becomes ammo. Now, one more honest thread, because some of you are already typing it. The blade that killed Henry wasn't a kitchen knife. It was a kirpan, a Sikh ceremonial dagger. And by law, that blade carries a religious exemption, an ordinary knife doesn't. So there's a fair question hiding in here. Should a faith item that can still kill be treated differently? And here's the honest answer. That debate is worth having. But this is one rare case, not the engine behind those thousands of stabbings. Treating it like the cause is just the blame game again, wearing a policy hat. If pulling the hidden game out of a headline like this is your thing, that's the whole channel. Subscribe, because this next part is the one that actually matters. So how do you ever break an arms race? Be honest, your gut says get tougher, more police, longer sentences. And that works for a while. Crackdowns cool things down, but they don't touch why the kid reached for the knife in the first place. The place that actually cracked it didn't get scarier. Scotland started treating violence like a disease, not just a crime. They went to the scared kid and removed the need to carry. A mentor, a job, someone at the hospital bed before he walked out angry and armed again. Change the payoffs, and finally the safe choice and the smart choice become the same thing. The result? Over a decade, weapon carrying fell by about 2/3. Hospital knife wounds down by more than half. Will that copy straight onto London? Honestly, maybe not. Bigger city, deeper roots. We don't do crystal balls here. But the logic travels. You beat an arms race by killing the fear, not just the fighters. So here's the whole thing in one line. A knife carried for safety makes everyone less safe, and you escape that trap by changing the game, not by winning it. Now the fight everyone's actually having. To break the loop, do we need more police in prison or more mentors and money? And one more. 10 seconds, a liar in your face. Could you have called it right? Be honest. Next time, we zoom all the way out, from one dark street to whole countries building weapons they pray they'll never use.
Wait, so a whole country can fall into the exact same trap as one scared kid?
Yep, just a bigger bag.
If you want to see the hidden game behind the news every week, subscribe. And out there, go easy on each other.